Hey everybody, so I'm going to do my week 8 update for my Chubby Chin challenge. Now I think I'm on track weight-wise. I started at 200 pounds and, I'm just going to keep going till I'm as thin as I'm as thin as a rake. No, I'm just going to keep going until, I really see a big difference, like a big change in the way that my chin looks. So you can just kind of see here, it's squaring out a little bit. Right now I just ate, so I'm a little puffy. And, I guess it doesn't look so bad, but I'm just looking at the back end of the camera here, so I can't really see myself. What I did this week is, and it's kind of a pivotal week here, instead of doing a whole bunch of sets, what I did is just one big long set per exercise. And I was feeling a little more tired, and I figured what I do is I just tire my muscles out and then just try to finish off with as much as I can do and as many as I can do. And I've mentioned it before, I'm not going to failure like freak show athletes because I don't have to and I really don't want to hurt myself. But, at this point here, it's just kind of a given. Like nobody's going to the gym to hurt themselves, right? So you want to get the best gains you can, but within your limitations. So you definitely need to know your limitations. Now, one of the reasons I did this one big long set routine is I want to see how strong I actually am. Without killing myself, I want to see to what point I can get. That's basically how you're going to get gains, right? Like you don't make any gains off of the first 12 reps on the first set, right? You're only going to make it at the end, so why not just move it along? I started the week off at 195, and I'm 8 weeks in, and I started at 200, so one could say that I'm being a little slow on my weight loss if what I wanted to do was a pound a week, but we have to take into consideration, a few things. So first of all, I'm not really like a small, skinny guy. I've always just looked big, right? So I'm always going to retain a lot more water and I'm going to have a lot more muscle mass. That's just the way that my genetics are. As much as I'd like to be a really lean person, I'm just not. So I'm always just going to be thicker and heavier. So if I'm at 195 at the beginning of the week, and that's after refeeding, right? I take a few days off and then I refeed and then I get back to it. I'm going to be, I'm going to be a little heavier, a little puffier. So, I think I'm going to be a little bit on track there. I'm not going to go through every exercise because at this point here, I kind of have a catalog of, the exercises that I do, and I'm not really a bodybuilder, so I don't have to do all these different nuanced exercises so that I get every, muscle fiber activated. All I need to do is, strength building exercises the leg press, so on and so forth, right? So all I'm doing is I'm just jamming it all in and I'm going to see how much I can do. And that's pretty much how this week is going to go. The first thing I tried to accomplish this week was to do every rep nice and slow. This is because I'm increasing the weight with very little rest. So I'm not just rushing out the first set, the first part of each set, with the lighter weight. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to do it slow. I'm going to make sure I fatigue the muscle. And then, I'm going to stop for a sec. I'm going to increase the weight and then right back to it until I can't do any more. So slow and controlled, especially once you get into the heavier parts of this one big long set. Because that's where you could hurt yourself. And you're trying to rip your muscles, right? You're trying to make them bigger and stronger, but you can also injure them. And I'm stressing this in every update because it's a really, really big deal. My cat's just sitting there looking at me. I guess he wants to know what I'm doing. The second thing I tried to accomplish was to use full range of motion throughout the entire exercise. And that's pretty much how I'm going to know that I'm hitting failure, because the range of motion is just going to basically disappear. So once that happens, I know I'm getting fatigued. I'm getting to failure and I really need to pay attention to form. The third thing I tried to accomplish this week was to ensure that I did each body part on its own day. Now, when I first started, over the last 7 weeks, what I tried to do was split up the body parts a little bit. Like my legs, I didn't want to do all legs all in one day, but that's changed now. So I do all the reps, all the exercises all in one day, and it worked out. So the fourth thing I wanted to accomplish this week was the way I did my cardio on the recumbent bike. I've been doing kind of like 100 calories and then stopping, and it's been enough, but it starts getting easy after a while. So what I did is I just increased the time. So now I'm not doing it by calories, I'm doing it by time, and I'm just going up to 20 minutes. And I think I was quite successful at it. And I also have a base at it. So, it's not like it's the first time I've ever jumped on a bike, the last 2 months. But still, yeah, you still have to work back into things. And that's what I've been doing. And the fourth thing I wanted to accomplish, since the weather's getting a whole lot nicer, is to get out there and start running. Now, I've been having trouble with my feet, like I mentioned in some of the other updates. And part of the reason, I've been doing like the whole weights thing is so that I strengthen all that stuff up, and then I can start running and I don't get those pains anymore. What I did is I went out for a good run walk. Actually, I think I did 2. That's going to be on top of whatever workout I do, plus whatever cardio I do every day with my wife, which, works out to about, 5,000 to 6,000 steps. So, I'm slowly just increasing the amount of stress that I'm putting on my body simply because I don't want to get hurt. Throughout the week, my weight has been going down. So, like I said, I started at 195, went down to 194, and I ended the week off at 193. It was actually 193.6. But, if I say 193, I'm putting it because I've been conditioned by marketers that, like 99 cents, it means 99, not $1. Okay. So, aside from that, I think after this week, there's really no need to just go through every exercise that I've done because really, I just wanted to kind of put it out there to show everybody like the routine that I'm doing. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary, and really all I'm doing is just a progressive overload. Whether it's weights or cardio, it doesn't really matter because my goal is to just get in shape, trim off as much of the chub as I possibly can, and that's the whole point of doing a chubby chin challenge. Because if it doesn't look good here, it's not going to look good anywhere. So thanks for watching. If you stuck around this long for this update, I commend you, and I say thank you. I don't know when the next update's going to be. I think I'm just going to group everything, and maybe I'll start doing themes. Okay, thanks a lot, and I'll catch you on the next one.